A lot of non-English speakers sometimes can't come up with the right words to say. We feel like we can't correctly express ourselves. So in this video, I want to focus on the pronunciation and delivery of some of these most common advanced words that we could use to express ourselves. We know what to say intellectually, but sometimes we don't know how to physically express it. Hey there, I'm Gabriel from GB Voice Academy, your American accent trainer, helping you get that much closer to mastering the American accent. Please hit that subscribe button so I could continue making these videos for you. So let's go through some of these words. We're going to focus on how they're pronounced, and then we're going to randomly implement them into structured sentences at the end of this video. So what I teach you sticks with you. And not only that, we're also going to focus on the macro and micro American rhythms and flows of these sentences to help you really nail that American accent and put an end to, oh, I love your accent, where are you from? That ends today. Also check out my 5-star best-selling accent reduction course, I left the link below, as well as my other communication courses to really help level up your communication skills. Now, I'm sure you've heard in a lot of videos the best way to expand your vocabulary is to read. Just saying them is not going to keep them in your head, but by doing them, focusing in on the pronunciation, the rhythm and flow of each word, and doing these structured sentences at the end, it's going to stick with you, and then you can build upon that. Let's look at this first word here. This is the word abundant, existing in large amounts, plentiful. Now let's look at the pronunciation of this word. There are 3 syllables to this word, and where do we put the emphasis? Is it abundant, abundant, or abundant? Where do your instincts take you? If it's on the second syllable, you're absolutely correct. Abundant. And you notice that A at the end is not even pronounced. It becomes more of a I sound. Abundant. And. See how deceiving spelling could be? Don't associate spelling with sound. Abundant. And that T, gone. And this is a very common thing that we've covered on this channel that I want to emphasize here today as well. Abundant. Knowing what syllable to emphasize is important, because you could have perfect pronunciation, but if you have that syllable wrong, I have an abundant amount of flowers. Sounds off. My pronunciation was perfect, but the syllable was off. Excellent work. Next one. This has 3 syllables, and where do we put that emphasis? Courageous. Courageous. And do you remember the last video that I did where I talk about the rule of sometimes killing vowels before the R? So it's not courageous. Cur. That OU is gone. It goes right into the cur. Let me hear that. Cur. Courageous. Emphasis on that second syllable. Courageous. Showing bravery and strength in difficult situations. And remember to stick around because we're going to incorporate these into sentences. So you could use these words on your own out there to level up your English. First of all, how many syllables are there in this word? That's right, 3 syllables. Diligent. Emphasis on that first syllable. Diligent. Hardworking and careful in completing tasks. Diligent. Not diligent, diligent, or diligent, because we see an E. That's another I sound, just like abundant, diligent. And what are we doing with that T? Again, gone. I'm not saying it's wrong to say diligent, abundant, but it just gives it away that we're trying too hard and we're not native. So in this channel, what I'm trying to do is teach you these little tricks to make you really come across as authentically American. Next one. Yes, so this also has the same amount of syllables as the previous one. Emphasis on that first syllable. Eloquent. Able to express ideas clearly and effectively. And again, that T, gone. Eloquent. 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 This also has 3 syllables. And where do we put the emphasis? Let me say it like a robot. Generous. Why don't you tell me where the syllable is? That's right. On the first syllable. Generous. And that OU at the end turns into an I sound. Who would know that? See how you just cannot rely on spelling. You have to rely on that actor you have narrating your American English in your head. Generous. And remember that rule of sometimes killing the vowel before the R. Gener. It's not generous. Generous. Willing to give or share freely. Nice. This is also a 3-syllable word. Hesitant. Unsure or slow to act due to uncertainty. And what happens to that T? Gone. I'm telling you, if you could embrace that rule now and make that your new normal, it's really going to level up your American English. Hesitant. Stick around, we're almost done, and then we're going to implement them in cool sentences. Now this has 4 syllables. Let me say it like a robot. Optimistic. What syllable do we emphasize? That's right, it's a third syllable. Optimistic. Optimistic. Having a positive outlook on the future. This also has 4 syllables. Reliable. Dependable and trustworthy. And remember how I was saying how those L's at the end are relaxed. A lot of accents, particularly Indian accents, has a tendency of really muscling those L's. Reliable. Whereas in the American English, that last L is relaxed. Reliable. Where's my L? Do you see it or hear an L at all? Stop muscling those L's. I say that a lot in my videos, and it's true. Just another one of those tricks, hints I can give you by really making you sound that much more authentic. Just think of relaxing that tongue on the bottom parts of your teeth, and it's just sort of rests there. Reliable, dependable. Oh, it's gonna feel weird. But Americans take shortcuts because they speak so fast. He's a reliable guy, you could really count on him. So they take these shortcuts by not emphasizing certain things, killing certain sounds like that T at the end. Good job. Now, let's get these words, let's mix them all up, put them into sentences, because I want to really drill these words in your head because I want you to take these words and take them out in the real world and use them. It's going to really amp up your confidence. And that is the #1 key to really progressing well in this journey of mastering the American accent. So here's the first sentence. No particular order, these words are randomly thrown in there. So go ahead and pause this video, try this out for yourself, and we'll check back to see how you did. Good, how was it? Do you remember the pronunciation and the meanings of these words? Let's try it out. The courageous leader spoke eloquently about the challenges the team would face. So do you remember how we were talking about the rhythm within a sentence? There's rhythm within words, that's the micro. Then there's rhythm within the sentences, that's the macro. What words do we emphasize in a sentence? Well, that depends on you. You are the conductor. Are you talking about the leader? The courageous leader spoke eloquently. Or are you talking about the challenges? The courageous leader spoke eloquently about the challenges the team would face. There is no right or wrong answer. It all depends on the intention of the author, which is you. We got the micro, we know what syllables to emphasize and how to work our way through those vowels and consonants, but in the macro level, that's completely up to you. Excellent. The second one. Again, pause the video, give it a shot, and we'll get back to it. Very good. Despite the abundant, no T, resources, some members were still hesitant to act. So that T on hesitant gets delayed and becomes the T of the T-O, the next word. Hesitant to act. Too much. Take those American shortcuts. Very good. One more time in real time. Despite the abundant resources, some members were still hesitant to act. Again, what's the macro? What words did you use? Despite the abundant resources. There's no right or wrong answer. It's completely up to you. Next one. You're doing good. Again, pause, give it a shot. I'll get back to you. Nice. Her diligent efforts and reliable, relax that L, nature made her a key part of the project's success. Did you remember to relax that L, kill that T? One more time in real time. Her diligent efforts and reliable nature made her a key part of the project's success. Excellent. Also pay attention to the rhythm and flow. How I started high and I work my way down, which is usually the American tonation of structured sentences. It starts high and it works its way down. But if it's a question, it goes up. Excellent. Next one. With an optimistic view, she encouraged everyone to be generous with their time and ideas. One more time in real time. With an optimistic view, she encouraged everyone to be generous with their time and ideas. Time and ideas. Going down. Time and ideas, it's not a question mark, it's a statement. Last one, you're doing great. Even when faced with uncertainty, his courageous attitude and reliable advice helped keep the group on track. It's really melodic. You could really hear the music. Ba beep ba ba beep ba 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 beep ba 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 ba. Right? And it's consistent. One more time in real time. Even when faced with uncertainty, his courageous attitude and a reliable advice helped keep the group on track. Fantastic. Now, take these words one at a time, throw them into your vocabulary out there in the real world, on your next Zoom call, on your next meeting, or any interaction with a fellow English speaker. And I'm going to be doing a series of these videos to help build your vocabulary. I'm also excited to announce that I've now created a membership program where you could join our community and I could hear your voice, and together we could help get this channel with your specific needs in mind. I left the join button below, getting you that much closer to mastering the American accent.